Jeez, I can't believe it's been a week since the Miami Heat beat the Spurs in the NBA Finals Game 7. And now today's the NBA draft. You know, it sucks. It sucks being sick. It really does. You know, I couldn't talk because I had a throat infection all week. I tried doing a commentary a few days ago and I couldn't get words out of my mouth without coughing every single second. So I'm a lot better now. I don't know if you can tell by the sound of my voice. It still might sound a little sick, but I'm feeling a lot better, and that's why I'm making this commentary. And when someone gets sick, I expect them to get sick when the weather changes and it's cold outside. But it's steaming hot outside. I don't know how in the world I got sick when it's 90 degrees outside. I don't understand. I've never been sick in summer, so this is a first for me. Anyways, I know I'm late to talking about LeBron James getting a second ring and how the Spurs choked it in Game 6. Especially, they should just trade Ginobili at this point. He is useless. I know he's part of the big three of the Spurs, but that era is long and gone. He's not a good role player. He needs to start to be productive with the Spurs, and that's just not going to happen because Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard's there. So they need to figure out what to do with Ginobili. He's not the same person he used to be, and the Spurs practically don't need him anymore, in my opinion. They need a big guy to help out Duncan in the last few years and just try to rebuild it from this point on. They need to get rid of people and get better. You know, they need to get rid of Tiago Splitter, maybe even Nana DeColo, re-sign Gary Neal if you want. But they just need they need a lot, and I can't wait until 2K14 comes out so I could do an association of the Spurs and help them rebuild a lot. Maybe, you know, just my ideas. Someone in the Spurs community might see the amazing ideas of who they should trade, and maybe they'll do it, which, you know, is highly unlikely that will happen. But I don't know. I feel like doing an association, considering my first association went horribly wrong. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about how miserably and horribly sad I was that the Spurs lost. You know, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're here to talk about LeBron James and him winning another ring. He did it. He did it again, a two-peat. A lot of people hope to get a three-peat so they could compare him to Michael Jordan and Kobe. But I don't know. The East is going to be a lot tougher next year. And with Danny Granger coming back, Derrick Rose coming back, Andrew Bynum coming back if he stays in Philly, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't. There's going to be a lot of surprising teams in the East, considering that 8th seed is up for grabs. You know, nobody knows who's going to have that 8th seed right now. It could be Rudy Gay and the Toronto Raptors, or Kyrie Irving and the Cavaliers. You never know. The 8th seed is going to be trouble if the Miami Heat are the number 1 seed again, which I'm pretty sure they will be. They're not going to get the easy sweep like they did against the Bucks. The Bucks just have nobody. They only have Brandon Jennings and Monte Ellis. That's their team. That's their team right there. They don't have anybody else. Larry Sanders is up and coming, you know, shot blocker, but they need offense. And besides, I'm pretty sure Monte Ellis isn't going to be with the Bucks again this year, so they're not going to the playoffs. I have no problem with LeBron James winning another NBA title, but when he does it to my hometown team, that's when it hurts, especially when people that don't even live in Miami, Florida, cheer and say, oh yeah, Heat fan since day one. I know who was number 6 before LeBron James, which they don't, even though if it was Mario Chalmers, everybody knows that. And when I ask a Miami Heat fan since day one a question about who was there when they won the 06 title, they say Shaquille O'Neal, Udonis Haslem, and Dwayne Wade. Really? You don't know anybody else? I mean, come on. Alonzo Mourning, Gary Payton? Really? And I say to them, you are such a Heat fan. I applaud you. I know you've been there since day one, before the 06 title, and I appreciate that, which, in all honesty, I know they're just lying and they're on the Dwayne Wade and LeBron James bandwagon. But hey, what could I do? I'm just one person. I'm pretty sure others feel the same way, and I applaud anyone else who feels the same way as I do, because those Miami Heat bandwagon fans, jeez, I don't know who's worse, the Lakers bandwagon fans or the Miami Heat bandwagon fans. But, you know, when last year when they played OKC, I was cheering for the Miami Heat because I wanted them to beat the Floppers, the OKC Floppers. But then, apparently, when they beat the OKC Floppers, James Harden took the whole Miami Heat team under his wing and teach them how to flop. I mean, the Heat were flopping so much in the finals. Especially Shane Battier and Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was just flopping his big, gigantic neck everywhere. I wasn't going to say penis. I was going to say neck because, you know, he's a T-Rex and all. So on the inside, it hurts. The Heat beat the Spurs, and the Spurs are obviously the better team. But just because the Heat has the best player in the world, you know, things happen. Joey Crawford, I blame you, you bald-headed, rigged referee. One side of me absolutely loves LeBron James and wishes I had his babies, and the other side of me absolutely hates him. But I can tell you one thing for sure. All of me hates Kevin Durant, especially now that he signed with the Illuminati and whatnot. But that's a different commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.